Hi everybody, it's Kim. Welcome to the Regretful Yarn Addict. Today we will be learning this stitch design. I need you to look at it and tell me I'm not the only one who sees it. Because I'm calling this one the Funky Corn. Because to me, it looks like corn cobs growing. It's like you've got up here the actual corn showing, and then here's some leaves, and this would be the part where the leaves are coming out, maybe a little corn right there, and then there's the stalk. Is it just me? No matter what you call it though, I do like this design. It's pretty neat, and this is another one of those that you could make into a beach cover up. You could make a shirt out of it that you wear over a tank top or over a bathing suit. You could make it out of cotton and have yourself a cute little trivet just using this many rows of it. Just maybe outline it in a contrasting color, or even the same color, whichever you prefer. But this is the Funky Corn, and we're going to be learning it today. For this tutorial, I will again be using, this is Caron Cotton Cakes in the color Frosted Pink. It is a 4-weight yarn. I will be using a 5mm size H8 crochet hook. You will want 2 stitch markers, one for either end. And you might want a pair of scissors and a darning needle. This design is done in multiples of 10 plus 1. We are going to start our sample piece with 31 double crochets. Go ahead and get those any way you want. I will be doing the China's Foundation double crochets. I do have a tutorial on how to do this. Very easy, very quick. Just make it any way you do it. And when you've got 31 double crochets, I will meet up with you. Once you have your foundation, row number 1 of 31 double crochets, we're going to go ahead and start row number 2. We start that with a double crochet into the very first stitch. I use a double stack. Go ahead and put stitch marker in the top of that. Now we're going to chain 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to skip 4. 2, 3, 4. In the 5th one, we're going to put a single crochet. Chain 5. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to skip 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Into this 5th one, we're going to put 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Skip 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Into this 5th one, a single crochet. Chain 5. Skip 4. 3 double crochets are going into this one. Chain 5. Skip 4. Single crochet into this one. Chain 5. Skip 1, 2, 3, 4 into this very last stitch. We are going to put 2 double crochets. At the end of row 2, this is what you should have. Beginning of row 3, we're going to turn our work. We're going to put a double crochet into that very first stitch. Replace our stitch marker. Put in a second double crochet. Like that. Chain 5. On top of this single, we're going to put, let me check. Chain 5, skip 4, a single on top of the single, chain 5, a double on top of these 3 doubles, chain 5, a single on top of the single, chain 5, 1 double on top of all these doubles, all 3 of them, chain 5, a single on top of the single, chain 5, and we're going to end with 2 doubles into this very last stitch. So at the end of row 3, this is what we now have. This is the beginning of row 4. We're going to turn our work. We're going to put 1 double on top of each of these doubles. Chain 5. On top of this single, we're going to put a double. Chain 5. Now we're going to do a 3 double crochet cluster, which just means we're going to put these 3 together. So you go into that first one, start your double, and then stop. Go into the second one, start your double, and stop. And go into that third one, start your double, and stop. So now you have 4 loops. Grab your yarn, pull through all 4. Chain 5. I'm going to put a double on top of this single. Chain 5. And we're going to do the same thing here that we did in the last one. We're going to make a cluster. Start halfway through that double, go into the next one, get halfway through it, go into the third one, halfway through it. 4 loops, yarn over, pull through them all. Chain 5. We're going to make a double on top of this single. Chain 5. And then, with these last 2 doubles, we're going to make a 2 double crochet cluster or a decrease, whichever you'd like to call it. And that is what we have at the end of row 4. This is the beginning of row 5. We've turned our work. We're going to chain 1, and we're going to put a single crochet into that very first stitch. Now we're going to chain 5. On top of this double crochet, we are going to put 3 double crochets into that same stitch. Chain 5. On top of this cluster, 1 single crochet. Chain 5. Three double crochets in the top of that double crochet, all going into that same stitch. Chain 5. A single on top of the cluster. Chain 5. And 3 doubles into the top of that double crochet. And we chain 5. And we're going to skip this double. We're skipping this one, and into this last one we're going to put a single. And this is what we're looking like at the end of row 5. This is the beginning of row 6. Our work is turned. We're going to chain 1, and into that very first stitch we are going to put a single crochet. Chain 5. On top of each of these double crochets, we are going to place a double crochet. Chain 5. On top of this single, a single. Chain 5. On top of the doubles, a double. Chain 5. On top of the single, a single. Chain 5. On top of the doubles, a double. Chain 5. And on top of this very last single, a single. And this is what we have at the end of row 6. For row 7, turn your work. We're going to start this row with a double crochet. Chain 5. We're going to do a cluster over these 3 doubles. Start a double, stop, start a double, stop, and start a double, stop. 4 loops, yarn over, pull through all 4, chain 5. On top of this next single, we're putting a double. Chain 5. Over these next 3 doubles, we're making a cluster. Start a double and stop. Start a double and stop. Start a double, stop. 4 loops. Yarn over, pull through all 4, chain 5. A double on top of the single. And yep, chain 5. And then we're going to go back over to these next 3 doubles and do a cluster. So you know the drill. Start a double and stop. Start a double, stop. Start a double, stop. 4 loops, yarn over, pull through, chain 5. And on top of this last single, we're going to make a double. And at the end of row 7, this is what we're looking like. Okay, at the beginning of row 8, we are going to turn our work. This is the last row of this repeat. We're going to start by putting 2 double crochets into this very first stitch. There's 1 and 2, chain 5. We're going to put a single on top of that cluster. And we're going to chain 5. And on top of this double, we're going to put 3 doubles. And you know what we're doing? Yep, chain 5. And a single on top of the cluster. Chain 5. Three doubles are going on top of that double. And then we're going to chain 5. And we're going to put single on top of the cluster. Chain 5. And we're going to end this by putting 2 doubles in that very last stitch. That is the end of row 8. To repeat, you are going to start at row 3, which is 1, 2, 3, where you're putting the 3 doubles on top of those doubles, a single on top of the singles. You start with 2 double crochets and you end with 2 double crochets. So it's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is the repeat. Row 3 through row 8. Why don't you go ahead, do that, rows 3 through 8 one more time, and I will meet you when we've completed row 8. Okay, we're going to pretend that I've done another repeat, but this is where you should have ended. So we are going to go ahead and put 1 double crochet into that very first stitch. We're going to skip this one and then into 1, 2, 3, 4 chains here. We're going to make a double. Then we're going to make a double on top of the single. And then again, we're going to go into 4 of these chains and make a double. Then we're going to cluster these 3 together. Then we're going to go ahead and into 4 of these chains, make 1 double, a double into that single, and then 1 double into each of 4 chains. Then we're going to cluster these together. One double into each of 4 chains. Now, if you crochet really tight and getting into these chains is too much trouble, you can just put 4 doubles over the chain. Then we are going to make a double on top of that single, and we'll put a double into 4 chains or over the chains. So that you have 4 in every those chain 5 spaces. Then we're going to skip that one into this very last stitch. We're going to make a double. There you have it. And now you have as many stitches on the top as you have on the bottom. Thank you for watching. I hope you make something fun and interesting with this, and I'll see you on the next one.